Have you ever felt ignored by your children or struggled to handle their disrespect without losing your temper? If so, you're not alone. In this video, you'll discover a simple yet powerful 6-step method to turn these challenging moments into opportunities for stronger, more respectful relationships. Stick with us until the end to learn actionable strategies you can put into practice right away to restore calm, improve communication, and create a harmonious family environment. Plus, don't miss out on essential tips that can make a lasting, positive impact on your family dynamics. If you're not subscribed yet, I recommend hitting that subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Your support means a lot to me. If you find this video helpful, you can help me keep sharing valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. And if you like the topic, please comment 1 below. If not, comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and create better content for you. Now, let's dive in. Step 1. Keep your emotions in check. The very first step in navigating tough moments with your children is learning to manage your emotions. When your kids ignore you, act disrespectfully, or lash out, it's natural to feel anger, frustration, or even deep hurt. After all, as a parent, you've poured so much love, care, and time into them. But here's the hard truth. Reacting out of anger or frustration might feel justified in the moment, but it rarely leads to anything positive. So, before letting those emotions take over, pause. Take a deep breath. Stay calm. Your calm isn't just a tool, it's a superpower. By staying composed, you prevent unnecessary, emotionally charged conflicts and send a powerful message of strength, wisdom, and confidence. Kids, no matter their age, are incredibly perceptive. They'll notice your steadiness and be more likely to reflect on their behavior. They might not admit it right away, but in those moments, they're learning more from your actions than from any words you could say in anger. When you stay calm, your mind remains clear, allowing you to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. Angry reactions often lead to saying things we don't mean, or worse, creating wounds that take far longer to heal than we intended. Left unchecked, those emotional scars can weaken the foundation of your relationship with your children. The last thing any parent wants is for temporary frustration to cause lasting harm. Managing your emotions doesn't mean bottling up your feelings or pretending everything's fine when it's not. It means channeling those emotions constructively. When you show your kids you can handle tough moments with grace and composure, you're teaching them one of life's most valuable lessons: how to navigate challenges with maturity and self-control. You're modeling the resilience they'll need as they face their own struggles. Imagine the ripple effect this can have. Your calm presence in the face of their stormy emotions can inspire them to approach conflicts with a similar mindset. Over time, they'll realize they can come to you not just as a parent, but as a safe haven. Someone who remains steady and supportive no matter how rough things get. Isn't that the ultimate goal? To strengthen your bond, build mutual respect, and create a space where they feel seen, heard, and valued, no matter what. Step 2. Show understanding without giving in. Once you've calmed yourself, the next key step is to pause and look beneath the surface of your child's behavior. In moments of conflict or disrespect, it's tempting to react with authority or criticism, but that can escalate things instead of resolving them. Instead, take a step back and ask yourself, what's really going on here? What emotions, fears, or struggles might be driving my child's actions? If you're still watching and finding these lessons helpful, please comment 1 below to let me know you're still with me. Like adults, kids experience complex emotions: stress, insecurity, confusion, or frustration that they often don't know how to express clearly. When these feelings go unvoiced, they can show up as disrespectful or defiant behavior. By pausing to consider what's motivating them, you open the door to a deeper understanding of what they're going through. This doesn't mean excusing bad behavior or letting it slide. It means addressing the root cause rather than just the surface symptoms. Empathy is your greatest tool here. And let's be clear, showing empathy doesn't mean tolerating disrespect or abandoning your role as a parent. It means approaching the situation with compassion and patience, trying to see the world through your child's eyes. When you do this, you create a safe space for real communication. Your child is far more likely to open up and share their true feelings when they sense you're there to listen and understand, not just to judge or punish. Think about how powerful this can be. When your child feels heard, seen, and understood, they start to trust you on a deeper level. They feel like they're not just a problem to fix, but a person whose emotions and experiences matter. This validation is key to building a bridge of communication. When they know they can express themselves without facing immediate criticism or authority, they're more likely to come to you with their challenges in the future, before those challenges turn into bigger conflicts. But showing understanding doesn't mean giving in or being weak. It's one of the strongest things you can do as a parent. It takes courage to set aside your frustration and see things from your child's perspective. You're not surrendering your authority, you're deepening your connection. This connection leads to honest, productive dialogue, where you and your child can express your feelings and work toward solutions together. For example, a child's disrespect might not just be defiance. It could stem from stress at school, trouble with friends, or feelings of inadequacy. If you only react to the disrespect, you miss the chance to help them navigate those deeper issues. But if you approach it with empathy and curiosity, you can guide them through their challenges in a way that strengthens your relationship. Plus, when you model empathy and understanding, you're teaching your child how to handle their own emotions and conflicts with others in a mature, compassionate way. They learn it's okay to have feelings, but it's also important to understand and communicate them healthily. This builds the emotional intelligence they'll need to thrive in relationships throughout their lives. Consider how transformative this can be. Instead of perpetuating cycles of frustration and conflict, you're breaking through to a deeper level of connection and communication. When kids feel understood, they're more likely to respect the boundaries you set because they see those boundaries come from love and care, not just control. They realize you're not just trying to boss them around. You're there to support them as they navigate their emotions and experiences. Ultimately, showing understanding lets you parent from a place of wisdom rather than reaction. It gives you clarity to address the real issues, not just the symptoms of bad behavior. Most importantly, it fosters a relationship built on trust, respect, and love, one where both you and your child feel heard and valued. This is the kind of bond that carries you through the ups and downs of parenting and childhood, strengthening your connection in profound ways. So, the next time you face conflict or disrespect, resist the urge to respond with immediate authority or frustration. Take a breath, observe with an open heart, and try to understand what's really going on. Ask yourself, what's my child feeling right now? When you approach them with empathy, you create opportunities for meaningful connection and growth, not just for them, but for you too. That's where real parenting happens. In those quiet moments of understanding, when you show your child that love and empathy are more powerful than anger or authority. Step 3. Set clear boundaries. Calmly. Setting clear boundaries isn't just about drawing a line. It's about doing so with calmness, compassion, and understanding, even when emotions are running high. Staying grounded is essential to ensure your message comes across clearly and respectfully. In my experience, how you communicate your limits can make all the difference in the outcome. When you take a deep breath and calmly explain what's acceptable and what's not, you create a space for mutual understanding rather than frustration or defiance. It's crucial to keep your boundaries firm, yet fair, without resorting to harsh tones or threats. Instead of sounding authoritarian, you can be assertive in a way that still feels loving and consistent. This approach teaches kids that actions have consequences, without escalating tensions into emotional battles. It sends a clear message that boundaries aren't about control. They're about protection and guidance. Deep down, kids crave structure. They need to feel secure, and clear boundaries provide that. But there's a balance to strike. If rules are too rigid, they can stifle growth and breed resentment. If they're too lenient, kids might feel lost or unsure of what's expected. Finding that sweet spot, where boundaries are firm but flexible enough to meet individual needs, is key to fostering security and responsibility. Setting consequences calmly helps kids see they're not being unfairly punished, but that their choices have natural outcomes. This builds accountability, a gift they'll carry into adulthood. Life beyond the family is full of choices and consequences, both good and bad. By consistently upholding boundaries with love, you're preparing them for that journey. In a way, setting clear, calm boundaries is one of the deepest expressions of care you can offer, guiding them with respect today so they can stand tall tomorrow. Step 4. Set the example. You want to see kids are like mirrors. They reflect what they see far more than what they're told. It's not enough to just ask for respect or attentiveness. You have to model those behaviors in your daily interactions. If you want respect, start by treating them with respect. If you want them to listen, show them their words matter by listening attentively when they speak. In those tense moments when emotions run high and patience is tested, know that your kids are watching closely. Your calmness, composure, and willingness to handle conflict with patience are the most powerful lessons they'll ever receive. Setting an example doesn't mean being perfect. It means being consistent and authentic. Kids need to see that the values you teach are the ones you live by. This consistency builds trust and respect over time. When they see you practice what you preach, they connect more deeply with the lessons you're sharing. For instance, if you want them to be good listeners, be available when they need to talk. If you expect respect, show them they're treated with dignity and fairness, even during disagreements. I've always believed the most profound teaching comes not from lectures or rules, but from daily actions. When you consistently model the behavior you want to see, you're shaping not just how they act at home, but how they'll behave in all their future relationships. The kindness, patience, and respect you show today will form the foundation of how they interact with the world tomorrow. Kids don't need to see us as perfect. They need to see us as real. They need to know that even when we stumble, we're committed to growth, and that it's okay to make mistakes as long as we keep improving. By leading through example, you give your children an invaluable gift, a roadmap to navigate life with integrity, empathy, and strength. The example you set today will ripple into their future, guiding how they relate to others, handle challenges, and carry themselves with grace in a demanding world. Step 5. Create moments of connection outside of conflict. It's easy to get caught up in addressing disrespectful behavior when tensions flare, but building a strong, loving relationship with your kids outside those moments is just as important, if not more so. True respect doesn't come from constant correction. It grows from a foundation of trust, love, and connection. That's why creating moments of connection, when conflict isn't even on the radar, is so vital. These are the times to bond with your kids, giving them your full attention and showing them they matter to you without the weight of discipline or misunderstandings hanging over you. If you're still watching and finding these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know you're still here with me. Spend quality time together without distractions, whether it's sharing a meal, doing a fun activity, or just having a heartfelt conversation. These moments strengthen the emotional ties at the core of your relationship. When kids feel heard, valued, and appreciated in these peaceful interactions, respect grows naturally over time. And when they see you're willing to invest in them outside of conflict, it shows them they're loved all the time, not just when things go wrong. This builds a deep sense of security and mutual respect that makes challenges easier to navigate. In my experience, the stronger the bond, the fewer conflicts arise, and when they do, they're less intense. Sharing positive experiences, like a walk in the park or a shared hobby, opens the door to better communication. It creates a safe space where your kids feel accepted and appreciated for who they are, not just how they behave in tough moments. These connections are the bedrock of your relationship. When your kids feel loved and valued, they're more likely to respond with respect and consideration, even in hard times. They learn through these moments that your relationship is built on more than rules and consequences. It's built on love, trust, and a mutual desire to understand each other. That deep emotional connection is the perfect soil for respect to grow. It's not just about preventing conflict. It's about building a relationship where respect flows naturally because the love and understanding between you run so deep. Step 6. Give them space to reflect. Once you've calmly addressed the situation and set clear boundaries, one of the most powerful things you can do is give your kids space to reflect on their behavior. Growth doesn't happen instantly, and neither does respect. Sometimes the biggest changes take time to emerge. By giving them space, you're letting them process everything at their own pace without feeling pressured or overwhelmed. This fosters personal growth, allowing them to internalize the lessons you've shared in a deeper, more meaningful way. It's tempting to want an immediate response or instant change, but rushing that process can lead to resistance. I've learned that real growth often happens when we step back and let self-awareness develop. When you give your kids room to think, you're not just teaching them about respect. You're helping them build responsibility and self-reflection. Over time, they'll come to understand the importance of respect on their own terms, which is far more powerful than forcing it. Maturity takes patience. It's a process, and every child moves at their own speed. But with the right support, the lessons you've shared will take root and become part of who they are. Pushing too hard for an admission of fault can backfire, creating resistance where you want understanding. By giving them time, you're nurturing their ability to reflect, learn, and grow into more respectful, self-aware individuals. This kind of personal growth leads to lasting change, far more profound than any reprimand could achieve. Final advice to strengthen your bond. Now that you've walked through these 6 steps for handling disrespect calmly and constructively, here's some final advice to strengthen your connection with your kids and improve communication even further. First, let go of the small battles. Not every situation needs a reaction or a lesson. Sometimes, the most powerful move is to let minor provocations pass without turning them into a conflict. This doesn't mean ignoring big issues, but recognizing which moments truly need your attention and which ones are chances for your kids to grow on their own. By choosing your battles wisely, you teach them that not everything has to be a confrontation. And sometimes, letting go is the best choice. Next, involve them in family decisions. Giving your kids a voice in things that affect them makes them feel like valued family members, fostering responsibility. These moments of inclusion help them understand the value of respect and teamwork. Plus, it builds problem-solving skills and a deeper appreciation for their own choices. If you're still watching and finding these lessons helpful, please comment 3 below to let me know you're still with me. It's also crucial to recognize and celebrate their progress, no matter how small. As parents, we often focus on correcting negative behavior, but acknowledging even tiny positive efforts can have a big impact. A simple, "I noticed how calmly you handled that," reinforces the behaviors you want to see more of. These moments of positive reinforcement boost their confidence and motivate them to keep growing. And don't be afraid to admit your own mistakes. If you've overreacted or handled a situation poorly in the past, apologize. This shows your kids that nobody's perfect, and that growth is a lifelong journey for everyone. It's a sign of strength, not weakness, to own up when you're wrong. By doing so, You model humility and teach them that mistakes are opportunities to learn and improve. Lastly, keep a long-term perspective. Family relationships, like all meaningful connections, evolve over time. Real change doesn't happen overnight. Every small step toward greater respect, understanding, and calm is progress. Don't get discouraged if results aren't immediate. With patience, consistency, and love, the benefits will show up over time. You'll see your family's bond grow stronger, creating a more harmonious environment, rooted in mutual respect, understanding, and love. Conclusion. With these final tips, you're equipped to face the daily challenges of parenting with greater peace, knowing that each moment of growth and connection is building a lasting foundation for a stronger family relationship. Embrace the journey and trust that with time, patience, and lots of love, you're creating a home where respect and harmony can truly flourish. As we wrap up, take a moment to reflect on everything we've covered. What have you learned about fostering respect, setting boundaries, and creating deeper connections with your kids? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Please share one thing you've learned and how you plan to put it into practice in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support helps us keep bringing you valuable content. Thanks for watching.